From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
This is Cal Mervyn, State Police.
Well, Lieutenant, they found you in a hurry.
Sure, I was home in bed, where any decent person would be this hour of the night, or morning, or whatever it is.
You'll get no sympathy from me. I haven't even been to bed.
What are you doing, Dollar? Living in a tree up there and using that Forest Service phone for your own private exchange?
More or less. I've got another body for you, Lieutenant.
That's a happy good morning. Who's this one?
An ex-Chicago hood named Spade Keller.
What did you do, kill him?
No, he fell over a cliff, in a manner of speaking. That's 3 of the gang dead now. The only one left is Chipper Nitson himself.
Have you found him yet?
No, but I think I will in the next hour or so.
Dollar, I can't hold my men out of there any longer. I gotta move in.
Give me till noon, Lieutenant. If I can take him myself, it may save an innocent person's life. He's a 3-time killer already.
I know, and you've been selling me that story for the last 12 hours. That's what's held me back. But I've gotta have more details.
All right. A friend who's with me, a prospector named Jed Marsh, will meet you here at the Forest Service phone in an hour. He'll be in a green station wagon.
When did you get a hold of a green station wagon?
We haven't yet. We're about to steal it. So long, Lieutenant.
Tonight, and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. From Special Investigator Johnny Dollar, location Primrose Camp, Santa Rita National Forest, Arizona. To the Home Office, Mid-States Industrial Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. Assignment, the Primrose Matter. Expense account, final page. The Chipper Nitson gang had held up an armored truck in Kansas City, killed 2 guards, and fled with a $100,000 payroll covered by insurance. I'd finally tracked them down in the Santa Rita Mountains of southern Arizona. 3 of the gang were dead now, and only the Jipper himself was still unaccounted for. But he was close around, that I was sure of, somewhere near the Primrose tourist camp where I was staying. A lonely layout on a dead-end mountain road run by old Pop Bardell and his wife, and their daughter Jenny, whom I still hadn't seen. It was nearly dawn when Jed Marsh and I got back to the camp. There was no sign of life. We'd taken the keys to Pop's station wagon from the dead gangster's pocket. Jed got into the station wagon and waited until I was over at the cabin, then started the motor. I was counting on the sound of the motor to bring somebody out into the open, and the plan worked, partly. But it wasn't the Jipper who showed, it was Pop Bardell.
Hey, what are you doing? Where are you going?
He came running out of the living quarters behind the souvenir shop, tugging at his suspenders.
Come back here.
He didn't notice me until I walked up behind him.
What the devil? What are you doing up?
I'm an early riser. Anything wrong, Mr. Bardell?
Wrong? Why, no. What do you think be wrong?
I don't know, but I thought you seemed a little upset about something.
I was just... Did you happen to notice who was driving my station wagon, Mr. Dollar?
I can't say I particularly noticed. I imagine it was your nephew, wasn't it?
I don't know. I didn't get out in time to see.
Well, who else would it be? Your daughter, you told me, is in Tucson. There's nobody else here, is there? Except you and your wife?
No, nobody else. I just thought maybe I reckon it was him, all right. He don't seem to be around.
Is he in the habit of taking your car without telling you, Mr. Bardell?
No, of course not. He must have just gone after something. He'll be back in a little while.
You know, it seems funny, him having the keys to it. He's kind of taken over your place here, hasn't he?
What do you mean?
Well, taking your car the way he just did. And yesterday evening, when I wanted to rent a cabin for the night, you claimed they were all full, weren't going to let me have one until he stepped in and okayed it?
Well, he's my nephew, one of the family.
Somehow, though, I can't quite picture you as a man who'd let any other member of his family run things. Unless, of course, you happen to be in a position where you had no choice.
What are you talking about?
I think you know.
Well, of course I got a choice. Why wouldn't I have?
Not one, though, that you'd probably care to make, if I've got the setup here tagged right.
You ain't no tourist, Dollar, and you ain't here looking for uranium. Who are you, anyhow?
I'm a special investigator for an insurance company, the company that insured that $100,000 payroll that was stolen in Kansas City by Chipper Nitson and his gang.
What's that got to do with anything here at Primrose?
Quite a bit, Mr. Bardell. Because this is where the gang holed up. The two of them who were left after they shot their way through that roadblock down on the Nogales Highway.
You're crazy. I'd know it if there was any strangers around here.
You did know it. One of the two was the man you claim was your nephew.
Now, wait a minute.
Actually, he was a gangster by the name of Spade Keller. He's dead, by the way.
He's dead?
Yeah, that's right. It wasn't he that took your station wagon. It was a friend of yours, Jed Marsh.
Jed? Why? What's he aiming to do?
Meet the police on the road down below, tell them what the setup is here, and stall them off if he can. Long enough for me to have a try at taking Nitson without giving him a chance to hurt your daughter.
What do you mean by that?
Last night, your wife told me Jenny was in a room ill. You said she was in Tucson. One thing's sure, she wasn't around here anywhere. Neither was Jipper. I think he's been holding her as a hostage to keep you and your wife in line. That's why you had to let Spade Keller pass himself off as your nephew?
No, that ain't true. You're out of your mind.
Am I?
Jenny's in Tucson like I told you.
Your wife said she was here.
Oh, she was upset.
Sure she was, because of the danger to her daughter, the same reason that's got you upset.
No, it ain't true.
She'll have a lot better chance if you cooperate with me.
Please get out of here, Dollar. Leave us alone.
It wouldn't change things if I did. The police are going to move in at noon with 50 men and start a search. Chipper's a 3-time killer already. One more won't matter to him.
I can't help you. Please don't ask me to.
He'll use her as a hostage, a shield, and try to shoot his way out. She won't have a chance.
No.
Your best hope is to tell me where he is. Help me get to him without arousing a suspicion.
I can't do it. I can't take the chance.
Yes, you can.
Myra.
Morning, Mrs. Bardell.
He's a special investigator, Myra. He knows the whole thing. He says...
Yes, I've been listening. I heard what he said. And he's right, too.
Myra, that fella Nitson said if we were
I
so
know
much...
what he said. If we breathed one word of him being here to anybody, he'd kill Jenny first and then us. And I heard what Mr. Dollar just said, too. And he's right. We gotta take the chance. For Jenny's sake. It's all we can do now.
I don't know. I just don't know.
With the police coming in like they are, it's out of our hands now.
She's right, Mr. Bardell. You can't do anything about the inevitable. It's a matter now of doing what's best and safest for your daughter.
What else you suppose I've been thinking of for 2 days?
It's still the only thing to think of. If I didn't agree with you, I wouldn't be here. I'd turn my information over to the police and let them go ahead and search the area. They'd get Nitson all right, but not before he killed her.
Oh, no.
But I think I can prevent that. The Chipper doesn't know me. As far as he's concerned, I'm just another eastern tourist wandering around the mountains here. And because of that, I think I can get a lot closer to him than the police can without putting him on guard. Provided you'll help.
He's right. We gotta do what he says.
He's holed up in an old tunnel about a quarter mile back up the canyon there. They took some silver out in the old days. Not many folks even know about it.
And your daughter's there with him?
Yes, sir. Ma and me's been taking food to him twice a day, making sure she's all right. And she has been. I guess he knowed that's the only hold he had over us.
You haven't been there yet this morning, have you?
No, he don't expect us for around 10.
Well, maybe by that time, if things go all right, he'll have more to worry about than whether he gets his breakfast or not.
What are you aiming to do, Mr. Dollar?
Make an early morning prospecting trip up that canyon. I'll take a pick, a Geiger counter, anything to help look the part. Now, here. I'll leave my gun with you, Mr. Bardell, and my wallet.
You're going up there without no gun?
Sunday prospectors from the east don't carry them. Wish me luck. I left a little while later with a complete kit and dressed to fit the part, even including a couple of sandwiches and a canteen of water to show I was planning to spend a full day in the hills. At the end of an hour, I was working my way down the canyon, shipping rock samples here and there, testing with the Geiger counter, apparently without a care in the world. The brush-covered entrance to the tunnel was only a few yards ahead of me, but I made a point of deliberately ignoring it. Finally, the mouth of the tunnel was only a few feet away. I pushed aside the brush as though to get at the canyon wall, then pretended to see the tunnel for the first time. I pushed aside some more brush, and I stepped inside. After a moment's hesitation, I fished out my flashlight and started walking back in from the entrance. I hadn't gone far before I got results. Oh. I went out like a light.
You didn't have to hit him. He's just some prospector who stumbled in here accidentally.
Relax, kid. He's just knocked out.
You didn't have to hit him like that.
I can't afford to take chances. I'm going out the entrance. Make sure he was alone. If he comes to you, call me.
The blow had been sharp, but without much force. I was out only for a matter of seconds, but I went on playing possum. I waited now until he was out of earshot. Jenny.
You're conscious. know my name.
Take it easy. I don't want him to hear us.
But who are you? What are you...
Never mind. There's no time. Just don't worry. I'm here to get you out of this.
But how? He's a killer. A gangster.
I know who he is. Look. Has he got that money here with him?
That he stole in Kansas City?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd sent some canvas sacks back inside the tunnel farther. What difference does that make?
Plenty. That's what I was hired to recover.
Hired to... I don't understand.
Oh, well, I'll tell you later. Now, if you'll keep your head and give me a little help, we've got a good chance of getting you...
Wait. He's coming back.
All right, listen. Maneuver him 4 or 5 yards away from me, with his back turned, and keep him that way for just 5 seconds. I'll do the rest. Got it?
Yeah, but I don't know if I
Never
can.
mind the if, just do it. All right. Don't let him know I'm conscious.
That guy still out?
Yeah, I think maybe he's dying.
Then let him. Come on. Get away from him. Leave him alone.
It's inhuman to treat anybody that way.
Oh, shut up. I got problems of my own.
How much longer are you going to keep me here?
I get a hunch that something is wrong. Things just don't feel right this morning. If I thought this guy had something to do with it,
Chipper, I asked you how much longer.
And I said shut up.
How'd you like to make me shut up?
Huh? How do you mean that?
Suppose you come here and find out.
Well, now. Took you 2 days, but you're finally starting to soften up.
My
huh?
hand closed over a rock
That's more
almost as
like
big
I
as
was
a baseball, weighing over half a pound. And I came
Hmm.
slowly to my feet. Chipper whirled around, going for his gun.
What's the devil?
I aimed for his head. All right, Johnny. You can pick up his gun.
Look how he's bleeding. You've killed him.
No, I haven't killed him. But I imagine the state will. Expense account item 12, $309.45, incidentals in Arizona and transportation back to Hartford. Expense account total, $914.15. Remarks? The state eventually did. Kill him, I mean. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Ever chase a phantom? Well, believe me, I have. And I will next week in the Phantom Chase Matter. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by Les Crutchfield, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Marvin Miller, Junius Matthews, Herb Ellis, D.J. Thompson, Herb Butterfield, Tony Barrett, and Barbara Eiler. Musical supervision by Amerigo Marino. Be sure to join us on Monday night, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Time now for
Johnny Dollar.
I have your call to Universal Adjustment Bureau in Hartford.
Oh, thank you, operator. Hello.
Pat McCracken.
Johnny Dollar, Pat.
Oh, Johnny, I've been trying to reach you.
Yeah, I'm in Sarasota, Florida.
Oh?
Been down here the better part of a week and just thought I'd check
Oh,
to
well,
see...
Johnny, I'm glad you called. Can you grab a plane out to the West Coast?
Don't see why not.
Good.
Now, your contact will be Arthur at Western Maritime and Property, office in Beverly Hills.
Got it. What's it all about, Pat?
Piracy, according to him.
What was that?
You heard me.
Now, for a second there, I thought you said piracy.
Maybe you'd better go out there and see him, huh?
Yeah, but I still don't believe it.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Welcome, William Bendick.
Nobody can act up to par with a nasty cold. I check my cold distress the fast way with 4-way cold tablets.
Yes, tests of 4 leading cold tablets proved 4-way fastest acting of all. Amazing 4-way starts in minutes to relieve aches, pains, headache, reduce fever, calm upset stomach, also overcomes irregularity.
4-way's the fast way to relieve those cold miseries. Then you feel better quickly.
4-way cold tablets, only 29 and 59 cents.
Now, a word about another fine product of Grove Laboratories. Does dandruff dull your hair, leave scalp itchy? Get Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo and get rid of unsightly dandruff in 3 minutes. 3 minutes with Fitch regularly is guaranteed to keep embarrassing dandruff away forever. Apply Fitch before wetting hair, rub in 1 minute. Add water, lather 1 minute. Rinse 1 minute. Every trace of dandruff goes down the drain. 3 minutes with Fitch, unsightly dandruff's gone. Fitch can also leave your hair up to 35% brighter. Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo. And now, Act 1 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Western Maritime and Property Insurance Company, Beverly Hills office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Baldero matter. Expense account item 1, $146.85 plane ticket to Los Angeles. Earl Poorman, with whom I just finished working on a case, drove me from Sarasota to the International Airport in Tampa.
I don't know why not, Johnny.
Oh, are you kidding? In this day and age, a bunch of bearded gorillas stripped to the waist, bandanas wrapped around their heads, waving cutlasses.
I didn't say that, Johnny.
And Long John Silver, I suppose, leading the boarding party. Oh, Earl, that kind of stuff went on a couple of 100 years ago.
Sure. But do you remember that palatial yacht that was boarded and taken over just off San Salvador about a year ago?
Well, yes.
Convicts from a prison colony on the island of Isabella. They had control of that yacht for 3 days, Johnny. And when they left, they took along everything of value they could get their hands on.
Yeah, I remember.
You don't call that piracy?
Well, maybe so. You think that's what happened in this case?
There's only one way to find out.
The flight to Los Angeles was uneventful. Thanks to the time zone differential, it was only 4:30 p.m. when I arrived. Item 2, $6 even for a cab to the Beverly Hilton, where I parked my bags. Item 3, 10 cents for a phone call to Arthur, who, if I remembered correctly, was quite a character. Good insurance man, but, a character. Item 4, 75 cents for a cab to his office on Wilshire Boulevard.
Yes, it all happened somewhere off the coast of Mexico. Mr. Baldstein and his party were just cruising around. They were just taking life easy.
Baldeston is the owner of the yacht?
H.V. Baldeston. Oh, he's a big stockbroker. He lives here in Beverly Hills at 3124 North Roxbury Drive.
And what's the name of his yacht?
The Baldero. Oh, it is a tremendous thing. It's over 100 feet from stem to stern.
Wow.
It's 100
Where is it now?
feet long.
Arthur, where does he keep it now?
Where does he keep it? Oh, at his dock. He's down there in Balboa. Oh, you know where Balboa is.
Yes, I know.
Oh, one of the nicest places by the ocean in all of California.
Yes.
Now, Johnny, if I ever wanted to retire...
Who were the guests on board?
Well, let me see. His wife, of course, and Mr. and Mrs. Gerald Hooper, and young Richard Speidel, and Lee Woolway.
Just cruising around, huh?
Yes, but they'd planned to sail on up to San Francisco for that big charity ball up there on the 30th.
Oh.
That's why they all had their finest clothes and most expensive jewelry with them.
Oh?
Yes, sir. $394,000 worth of jewelry. Stolen.
Oh.
Yes, plus a few other things, too. Mostly silverware, things like that. Actually, it was reported to me by one of the guests on the yacht.
These pirates simply pulled alongside in the middle of the night, held them at gunpoint, took the stuff, and left.
That's right, Jeffrey. There were two of them. Oh, my, they must have been horrid fellas.
Just where off the coast of Mexico did this happen?
Well, I'm not quite sure. Mr. Balderston was, he was kind of vague about where it happened. You know, he's kind of vague.
Maybe I better talk to him.
Yes, by all means, John.
Yeah. Art, I'll see you later. Item 5, $50 deposit on a rental car. I drove to the Balderston's home on North Roxbury. It was a tremendous place in one of the most wealthy parts of Beverly Hills. A snazzy-looking sports car was parked in the broad driveway, and as I walked up to the front door, another car, a big sedan, pulled in the drive. A heavy-set, well-dressed, rather nice-looking man of about 50 got out of it and came over to me.
Are you, looking for someone, young man?
Well, I believe this is the Balderston residence.
That's right. And I'm Harry Balderston.
Oh, well, my name is Dollar, Mr. Balderston.
Johnny Dollar? The insurance investigator that Mr. Arthur sent for?
That's right, sir.
Well, come in. We'll have a cocktail or two. I understand it's that time of day, and I'm sure you won't object.
Not a bit.
Good. And I'll tell you all about the unfortunate affair aboard the Baldero. Happened just night before last, you know.
So I understand. But I'm not quite clear as to just exactly where you were when it happened.
Down off the Mexican coast, Dollar. Sit down.
Thanks.
Yes, it took us nearly 12 hours to get back to Balboa. And at 11 knots, well, you can figure it out for yourself. Mary Lee.
Yes, Harry?
Come on down, dear. I want you to meet Mr. Johnny Dollar.
Oh, all right, dear.
Now, I'll pour us a drink and tell you all about it.
So he poured. His wife joined us, and we talked. But I'm afraid I didn't learn much more than I already knew. They'd both been asleep when it happened. The so-called pirates had come aboard very quietly. Both they and their guests had been held in their respective cabins by one of the men while the other gathered the loot. The men had worn long oilskin raincoats, had nylon stockings pulled over their faces to conceal their identity. Only one of the guests, Lee Wilway, had even seen the boat they'd used. Balderston never did tell me definitely where it happened. And the more I listened, the more suspicious I got. Yeah, suspicious of him.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
There goes a treasure car. There goes another. And another. And one of them may be your car. Yes, folks, you may have a Fram treasure hunt filter in your car worth $1,000 and not even know it. A Fram filter worth 1,000 silver dollars. A filter change is important to today's cars, so important that Fram Corporation, in conjunction with its silver anniversary, is paying $60,000 in cash to get you to check your filters now. Last year, 10,000 secretly numbered Fram filters were distributed all over the United States and installed in cars during regular servicing. These filters are worth from $1 to $1,000. You may have one in your car and not even know it. A Fram filter worth 1,000 silver dollars. Check your oil filter and air filter now. If there's a specially numbered Fram filter in your car, you will win up to 1,000 silver dollars, and your dealer will win the same amount. Get in on Fram's big silver treasure hunt. Check your car filters now.
And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Baldero matter. Well, Dollar, it was hard to tell just where we were. I keep an engineer on board, and he'd been at the wheel most of the day.
But you were anchored for the night.
That's right. You see, we were just killing time until it was time to head north to San Francisco and that charity ball the ladies wanted to go to.
Yes, the charity ball. And after waiting 2 months. Now I suppose we'll just have to forget it with all our jewelry gone.
Didn't you check your position to find your way back to Balboa?
Just headed east, then followed the shoreline.
You say that one of your guests... Incidentally, I want to check with them.
Oh, by all means.
I'll give you their addresses.
Yes, there may have been details that we've forgotten, overlooked. After all, we were a bit upset over what had happened, and probably more than a little confused.
Well, I know I was.
You said that one of your friends got a look at the boat these men used.
Yes. Lee Wilway ran up on deck. Of course, it was dark, and there was some fog, but Lee said it was a black boat.
Well, now you can't...
A long black speedboat.
Maybe. By the time the rest of us got up there, it had completely disappeared.
Then I had Beacon start the diesels, and we made the run back to Balboa.
You notified the Coast Guard, of course.
Not until we got in.
What?
Well, Lee had been fooling with the radio earlier. The rest of us were in the main cabin playing cards. And, when we tried to send out a call, the transmitter wouldn't work.
Where'll I find this Lee Wilway?
Here, I've written down the address for you. And our other guests, too. Mr. and Mrs. Hooper and Richard Spidel.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. Dollar...
Mr. Balderston.
Yes?
I'll see you later. Yeah, there was something very funny about this whole thing. But I wasn't quite sure just what. I checked with Mr. and Mrs. Hooper. Elderly, very quiet and dignified. Their story was the same as the Balderstons. Except in one thing. They weren't at all sure it had taken them any 12 hours to get back to port. I drove to the address of Lee Wilway. It was a small apartment below Wilshire. After all, if Lee was the only one awake and alert enough to have taken a good look at the pirates in their boat. Yeah, and what about the yacht's radio that wouldn't work after Lee had spent the evening fooling with it?
Yes?
Oh, I beg... Well, that is, I'm looking for Lee Wilway.
I'm Lee. Who are you?
Believe me, Charles of the Ritz would have been proud of this one. A living doll. 23 or 4, she was tall, slim, and her pretty face topped with red hair that looked oh so carefully disarranged. Yeah, she was a beauty. And yet, as we talked, I couldn't quite picture this gal on a yachting trip with the Balderstons.
Gee, no, I haven't the least idea where we were when it happened, Johnny. It could have been a million miles out to sea, but if Baldy... Mr. Balderston says it took us 12 hours to get back. It must have taken us 12 hours.
And you're sure you didn't recognize either of the men who boarded the yacht, Lee, huh?
No, I certainly didn't. But I saw the boat they had. It was a long black one.
Solid black?
Solid black.
Did anyone else on board see that boat?
No. At least, I don't think so.
What did you do after they left?
Went up to the bridge, to the radio. Didn't they tell you?
To call the Coast Guard?
Well, yeah, sure, only...
They said you were at the radio earlier.
Yes, just listening. But after it was over and I tried to call the Coast Guard, well, it just wouldn't work. Like another drink, Johnny?
The Balderstons and Hoopers were playing bridge earlier.
Yes. Look, Johnny, have you had dinner yet?
Where were the other guests?
Dickie boy?
Yes, Dick Spidel.
No, I don't know.
And what did he do after you were boarded and robbed?
He was probably down in his cabin with his head under the covers, scared to death. If he had any nerve, he could have stopped them, too.
What do you mean?
Well, his was the one cabin they didn't go into. They didn't bother him. And he knew there was a rifle they used for shooting sharks. He knew it was on the rack just outside his door. And if he'd come up shooting with it, why, those pirates would have jumped overboard and run for home. I'll just bet they would.
Apparently you don't think much of this Dick Spidel.
Would you? Acting like that? Doing nothing when he could have?
Incidentally, when I stopped at the Balderstons, I saw a sports car outside.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that a dreamboat? It's Larry's.
Who's Larry?
Larry Balderston. He's my... Oh, gee, Johnny, I'm getting hungry. Why don't we have another drink and then have some dinner?
Sorry, but I'm afraid I can't.
I'm not used to being turned down, Johnny.
Well, I'm sorry, but there are a couple of people I've got to see.
Oh, like who?
Your friend Dick Spidel, among others.
Oh.
I'll see you later, Lee.
I'll be here, Johnny.
I guess I'm not as familiar with the streets of Los Angeles as I thought. It took me over half an hour to find Spidel's apartment. It was one of those ultra-swank affairs just off Sweetser Avenue below the famous Sunset Strip. I parked under a big palm tree. Then, as I backed out of my car, another one roared up and stopped behind me. The glare of the headlights partly blinded me.
Just a minute, you.
Huh?
Johnny Dollar, huh?
That's right. Who are you?
Here. Oh!
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. Ever have trouble sleeping nights because of acid indigestion, heartburn, or gas? Then remember, for acid indigestion, nothing but Tums works so fast to make you feel so good so long. Tums work fast. Get rid of the burning excess acids that won't let you sleep. In a matter of seconds, you begin to feel better, and Tums relief stays with you. You relax, go to sleep pleasantly, because Tums bring complete relief. Get rid of burning excess stomach acids completely. Nothing but Tums work so fast to make you feel so good so long. So when acid indigestion keeps you awake, take Tums. Keep a handy roll of Tums on the night table, within easy reach. And remember, there's no mixing or fixing with Tums. you don't even need to get out of bed. Get the very best. Get Tums, 10 cents. 3-roll pack, a quarter. Or get the new 6-roll pack with free metal carrier, only 49 cents. Always carry Tums, T-U-M-S. Keep your tummy under Tums control. And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
The headlights of my attacker's car had partly blinded me, but I'd seen enough of it to know it was the same one I'd seen at the home of Mr. Balderston. Yeah, his son Larry's. But I came to find myself parked behind the wheel of my own car. And lying on the seat beside me were 5 crisp $100 bills and a note. Take this money and get out of town, it said. You have no case anyway because the things that were stolen off the yacht have been returned. So you may as well leave while you have your health. No signature. There was only one person in the world I wanted to see at that moment, Larry Balderston. But I felt a bit rocky since I was at the front door of Dick Spidle's apartment, since I'd really come to see him, and if I was lucky, he might have a good stiff drink handy.
Feeling better now, Mr. Dollar?
Yeah, I am. Thanks, Dick.
It's Richard, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah, sure. But, go on with what you were saying.
Well, the whole thing was absurd, of course. But the only reason Mrs. Balderston insisted on taking Lee on that yachting trip and to the charity affair, and of course I was supposed to be her escort, was to shame her, to show her up.
How do you mean?
Well, after all, in spite of her beauty, she is a rather common person, rather cheap. So, Mrs. Balderston hoped that facing her with the ladies and gentlemen who attend the ball would embarrass her.
Oh, I see.
And that she'd realize she has no place among people like ourselves.
People like you are just too good for her.
Well, to put it bluntly, yes. In any event, Mrs. Balderston hoped it would break off this rather sordid romance.
Romance?
She and Lawrence Balderston. Larry, she calls him. And Lee is only after his money.
But I take it Larry got wind of this little plan.
Lawrence said that he would prevent its being carried out if it was the last thing he ever did.
So he staged the piracy bet?
Oh, I'm sure it was he. He's always done silly things like that, Mr. Dollar. Rich, headstrong, spoiled as he is. So, when I heard the noise up on deck, I simply locked myself in my cabin and refused to budge when he and whoever he had helping him boarded the yacht.
All because you were scared?
I beg your pardon.
Thanks a lot, Dick.
It's Richard.
You've been a lot of help. Oh, and incidentally...
Yes?
You think Lee Wilway was in on it, too? That's why she spent so much time on the ship's radio earlier in the evening?
Indubitably, so that she could guide him to the yacht in his speedboat. His speedboat, of course, has all sorts of radio equipment aboard.
What color is that speedboat?
A mahogany. Why?
Lee said the pirates were using a solid black boat.
Which simply proves she was onto his plan.
What do you mean?
Well, the wench was lying, that's all.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Thanks, Dick.
It's Richard, if you don't know.
Oh, Mr. Dollar, do come in.
Thank you, Mrs. Balderston.
My husband's on the telephone talking to the engineer of our yacht down in Balboa.
Oh.
And what do you think has happened?
I think I can guess.
That's fine. Just stay on watch, and I'll be back down there to pick those things up in the morning. Goodbye. It's true, Mary Lee.
Oh, splendid.
Whoever took them from us returned everything to the boat. Everything is... Oh, Mr. Dollar. Did you hear that?
Yes, I heard. Where's your son, Larry, or Lawrence, or whatever you call him?
Larry? Well, as a matter of fact,
the dear boy came in just a little while ago.
Where is he?
In the study, I believe. He said he had a call to make on the other phone.
Thanks.
Why, what's wrong, Mr. Dollar? Mr. Dollar?
Yes, I saw you through the window, Lee, trying to make up to that guy Dollar. And let me tell you this.
Let me give you this.
Larry, what is it?
Want some more, Larry?
Now, listen, Dollar.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it, you and that family of yours can... Well, I'm fed up.
I said, do you want some more, or do you want to start talking?
Okay, I did it. I rigged the whole thing, Jimmy Driscoll and I, because I was fed up with the way Mother was trying to run my life.
Lawrence, dear.
Yeah, but maybe she was right about Lee, after all.
Of course she was, son.
Why, of course, dear.
But now, look, Dollar, if you think you can get away with barging in here and slugging me...
Oh, you... Yes, why? You want more?
Oh, my God, you big brute.
Enough, Larry, huh? You had enough?
Yeah, okay, Dollar.
Okay. sorry, Mr. Balderston, but I kind of owed it to him.
Dollar, I've been hoping somebody'd do that for a long time.
What?
Sure, I've spoiled him, too. It's been my fault as much as his mother's.
My fault?
But I never had any idea he'd carry things as far as he did.
Of course, if you like, sir, I could prefer assault charges for his attack on me earlier.
No, I don't think it'll be necessary. And I'm much obliged to you.
But my poor boy...
Just leave him alone, Mary Lee.
Oh.
And suppose you leave us alone while I settle things with Mr. Dollar.
Fee on this case? Forget it. The $500 that Larry mistakenly tried to bribe me with, plus a nice fat check for Mr. Balderston. Well, much as the thought of it hurts me, let's forget the expense account, too. Okay? Okay. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment.
Hey, who's gonna win the Thoroughbred Kentucky Club's Thoroughbred? Who's gonna win that horse and make it pay? Lots of money, well, Kentucky Club. Pipe Tobacco has to find the winner. So the horse is here, the time is near. Get your entry blank today.
Yes, enter the annual Derby Day contest sponsored by Kentucky Club's 9 brands of pipe tobaccos. First prize, a thoroughbred bay colt, son of famous oil capital, who won over $580,000. Jockey Ted Atkinson helped select this prize colt. You name him and he's yours. He could win a fortune for you. Get Kentucky Club Derby Day contest entry blanks free at tobacco counters now.
Hey, who's gonna win the Thoroughbred Kentucky Club's Thoroughbred? Who's gonna win that horse and make it pay? Lots of money, well, Kentucky Club. Pipe Tobacco has to find the winner. So the horse is here, the time is near. Get your entry blank today.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week? Oh, wait a minute. Belated congratulations to station WJLS in Beckley, West Virginia on its 20th anniversary. Next week, I really go fishing. Yeah, for a body in the middle of Lake Mead. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Eleanor Audley, Vic Perrin, Howard McNear, Larry Dobkin, Will Wright, Carlton G. Young, and Jack Edwards. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
Johnny Dollar.
Pat McCracken, Johnny. How's the weather in Palm Springs?
A blonde in a bikini just melted past my poolside window. Goodbye now.
Oh, don't hang up. Johnny, this job's just a few miles north of where you are. It'll take maybe a day to clear it up.
Yeah, you said that last Christmas, Pat, and I got trapped in a blizzard. This season, I soak in the sun. Happy New Year.
John boy, we have a bonus list in this office. Your name could be on it.
Near where I am, huh?
It's a ghost town named Calico. An old prospector named Kringle is breathing his last up there.
I thought all prospectors never died.
He wants to change the beneficiary on his $50,000 policy, but a nephew, Ned Kringle, threatened suit if we let him. So you contact our agent, Gene Craig, in Barstow.
Who's the new beneficiary?
Carmen Kringle.
Carmen?
A burro.
A burro?
Yeah. If I don't hear from you, Johnny, Merry Christmas.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Home Office, Universal Adjustment Bureau, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Carmen Kringle matter. Expense account item 1, $1.40. Telegram to Gene Craig in Barstow telling him where and when to meet me. Item 2, $50 even to Al Sterner for his charter plane to the ghost town of Calico. The guidebook says there's something about desert country that's good for the soul. And in spite of the air bumps, I got a panoramic view of the great Mojave that took my breath away. The sun's setting rays hit the weird mineral stratas of the Calico Range and turned them into a patchwork of beauty. Night comes quickly in this country, and I turned to Al when a Christmas tree cluster of blinking lights appeared under our wings. By way of answer, he put the plane into a glide and set us down on the smooth surface of a dry lake bed.
Johnny, you want me to wait around till your friend shows up?
No, thanks. Well, there seems to be plenty of company.
That's just an old coyote. Don't stand too long or you'll freeze to the spot.
Okay.
Good luck. Call me when you want to be picked up.
I watched Al's plane until it was swallowed by the darkness. Then suddenly I got that feeling in the hair on the back of my neck that I wasn't alone. The moon was up enough to make out shadows, and silhouetted in a circle around me was a strange collection of figures. One of the pack moved toward me. And for a crazy second, I thought I'd bumped into Santa Claus's reindeer. Then a car without lights came rushing at me. The headlights slammed on, and I got a glimpse of a donkey herd scattering into the night.
All right, mister. Walk toward me. Slow, with your hands high.
I've learned never to argue with a Winchester 94, so I followed orders. I spotted the weaving headlamps of another car approaching and prayed it was the agent, Gene Craig.
Close enough, Sonny. I can pop the rattlers off a sidewind at 60 yards. So don't you make no sudden move.
He was maybe 60 with gray sideburns and a frosty goatee. A marshal's badge was pinned to his leather jacket.
All right, now, mister.
Marshal, that's all right. That's Mr. Dollar.
Huh?
I was supposed to meet him earlier. I'm awfully sorry, Mr. Dollar. I'm Gene Craig.
Huh?
I couldn't get here until I drove Doc Spangler up to Chris. He's had another setback, Marshal.
Yeah, some darn fool let down a rail on his corral, and Chris Kringle's whole herd got loose. He don't give a chuck for most of them, though, except Carmen. Now he's fretting because she's running wild. Almost had him tracked down when this here fella showed up. If you vouch for him, huh, Gene?
You are Johnny Dollar, aren't you?
Well, a frozen facsimile.
Come on, I'll drive you into Calico.
You tell Chris that I'll have his Carmen back in the corral before the moon's full. And, Gene.
Yeah, Marshal.
Tell the old sourdough to stay alive, will you? We need him around here. Sorry about mistaking you, Mr. Dollar.
Gene Craig, with a J, knew her way around. She was strictly business and filled me in fast on the old prospector with the odd name and his desire to change the beneficiary of his policy.
Everybody calls him Chris because every year he loads up his burros with toys and presents for the miners and their families back in the hills. The kids really think he is Santa Claus. I'm afraid it won't be a very merry one for them this year.
Well, what makes everyone so sure Chris Kringle is giving up the ghost?
Doc Spangler says there's nothing apparently wrong with him. It's more like he's given up.
Oh, what's with this Scrooge character, the nephew?
Ned Kringle seems all right. It's the man with him, Willie D'Agostino. He does the talking for Ned. You'd think he was going to inherit the money.
Well, maybe he's expecting to. You know, you're making a good case for Carmen.
Can a burro be a beneficiary, Johnny?
Chris can leave it to a three-masted schooner if he wants, providing a trust is set up.
Could the people of Calico be that trust if they promise to take care of Carmen?
Yeah, I guess so. Why?
That's the way Chris wants it. That way there'll always be a Christmas in Calico.
What happens when Carmen goes to donkey heaven? Or is it burros that never die?
There'll always be burros in Calico, Johnny. And one of them could always be named Carmen.
Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Carmen Kringle matter.
Well, here we are, Johnny. Calico, once the richest silver city in the West.
It was unbelievable. Like seeing a page from the past. Walter Knott, famed creator of Knott's Berry Farm and Western historian, had bought the old ghost town's battered remnants and restored it to the way it must have appeared in the wild and fevered days of the Silver Lode. I could make out signs nailed to weathered batten boards that told of a flourishing and colorful past. Joe's Saloon, The Last Chance, Hyena House Hotel, Lane's Mercantile, the Calico Prince. High on a hill at the edge of town, people were gathered at the entrance to a cave that was illuminated by hundreds of miners' lamps.
And it gets you, huh?
Almost like it was planned.
They're rehearsing for the Christmas Eve pageant. Maybe you can spend Christmas Eve with us, Johnny. If you don't have other plans.
I have a day with a steam-heated swimming pool.
What?
Come on. Let's meet the old man. Expense account item 3, $100 for a quart of perfume or a mink scarf, anything to wipe the hurt look off of Jean Craig's face. She led me up the steps to the rickety porch of Chris Kringle's wooden shack. A tall figure carrying a black bag stepped toward us out of the shadows.
Jeannie, I'm glad to see you. Will you drive me back to town?
Why, certainly, Doc. Oh, this is Mr. Dollar.
Hi, son.
Hi.
Chris, is he still all right?
I couldn't say. Been sitting out here waiting for you.
You haven't seen the patients?
The medical man owes a duty and all that, but I'm too old to talk back to a gun.
You mean they wouldn't let you in?
Tired of it.
Well, I'm not a medical man.
Well, please be careful, Johnny.
I told you, Stallbone, stay away and leave the old man to...
Well, if it ain't little Jeannie, the policy fixer. And who are you, mister?
Willie D'Agostino. This is Johnny Dollar. He's from the insurance company to see about changing the policy.
Who is it, Wooly? Who are you talking
Relax,
to? Relax, will you, and let him give us some tourist directions back to Barstow. There'll be no policy changing at this late date, mister. Ned Kringle is very bereaved at the imminence of his uncle's demise. Just family admitted at this sad hour, so mosey along, folks. I'll leave the young man to his grave. Your foot is in the door, mister. I don't like your foot, and I don't like you.
His hand moved to his shoulder holster, but Jean was standing right beside me. It was Doc who suddenly shouldered past D'Agostino and fled up the stairs that gave him my chance. I kicked the door wide. Threw him off balance. I shoved Jeannie aside, and that was a mistake. Because a million Christmas tree lights blazed up in my skull. Then slowly the tree lights faded away, and I saw Jeannie fussing over me and looking worried. A young, nice-looking fellow was seated next to a marble-top table. D'Agostino leaned against the stone fireplace and dangled his gun, smiling like he had a stacked deck.
He's all right, Doc?
A nasty cut, but no fracture.
I know how to pull my punches, Doc.
The old man. How is he?
No better, no worse. Just lying up there staring at the ceiling.
I want to see Chris. I have a right to, Ned. I'm an old friend.
Wooly, wouldn't it be okay if Jean just went up? No, let him die in peace. He's past carrot hoe season.
Wooly, these people have a right.
I said no. I'll get a hero boy on his feet and shove off. Go on.
Come on, Johnny. Help me, Doc.
How's it going to feel, Ned? Sharing blood money with a hoodlum. Your uncle paid for that policy with a pick and a shovel. It took a lot of years, a lot of sweat. And he's had your name on that policy ever since you were born.
Old man Kringle never saw pay dirt in his life. Ned here give him money to live on, paid the premiums on his policy. Chris was always tapping the kid, claiming he had a new find. He was going to mine $1 million.
Wait, shut up.
The old man's dying. Tell him, Ned. Tell him how the old phony was always taking the bows, making like Santa Claus with the money you give him.
Willie, haven't you got a...
Tell him who owed you the money! I know he's been waiting a long time for this. Me. Willie D'Agostino, that's who.
Is that true, Ned?
Yeah. I thought my uncle would make a strike someday. I honestly thought he'd strike it rich. I know he tried.
He did strike it rich, Ned. When he dies, every man, woman, and child in this town will mourn him. He'll live in their hearts. What will people remember about you, Mr. D'Agostino?
All right, get out and stay out before I... Willie, this rifle will make a hole in your belly big enough to pass a borax steam through. So you just drop that gun. Well, I don't know what the shouting's about, but you're guilty of carrying sidearms and you're threatening violence, Mr. D'Agostino. And ain't nobody does that in Calico, as long as I'm the marshal. Now, you better get.
Ed Noller, I love you.
Don't let Gladys hear that.
Well, I'll see how Chris is.
Doc, you tell the old buzzard that I got his Carmen back in the corral. Jingle bells and all.
Yeah, nice work, Ed.
Now, what's holding you, mister?
Okay. All right, let's go, Ned. Let the squares have a round, huh? I'm going to stay here, Willie. I want to be here when Chris... Hey, that's a good idea. That way, no fooling around with the will, huh? Smart kid, that Ned. See you at the funeral, huh? I'll go up now.
You were wonderful, Marshal. And you too, Johnny.
Oh, yeah, sure. I take a nice sock on the head.
Say, you folks better come up, too. Chris wants to say something.
Oh, wait a second. I figured on this. The corral. Come on. D'Agostino must have had another gun in his car. One of the bullets had found the mark he intended. Willie Boy wasn't taking any chances that Carmen Kringle would inherit $50,000. We found the burro lying on her side, quite dead. Jingle bells and all.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. Oh, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Carmen Kringle matter.
Oh, Marshal. Johnny, how could he have been so cruel? Carmen dead. It's just not right.
Yeah. I figured D'Agostino might be mean enough to try killing Chris's pet burro.
We can't tell him about it. It would kill him for sure.
You'll have to know the truth, Gene. You'll have to decide about the will.
Yeah, truth is always the best. And easy this time.
Easy?
Huh? Yeah. I'll just take these bells off of this poor little feller, and I'll put them where they belong. Carmen? What? Carmen?
Oh.
Mosey over here now.
Well, you pulled a switch. You put these bells on another burro.
Yeah. I didn't trust that greasy character, and I was right. A nice girl, Carmen.
I'll be.
Now, you folks going up and see old Chris. I'll keep an eye on this here $50,000 jackass. That's the way it's going to be, ain't it, Johnny?
Yes, sir. That's the way it's going to be. But I was wrong. The roly-poly little old man on the four-poster bed with his white whiskers resting on the quilt changed his mind again. Even after hearing about how the marshal saved Carmen.
I wasn't going to scratch Ned's name off of that insurance, Mr. Dollar. I tried to shake that D'Agostino, figuring he'd take his hooks off of Ned if he thought my Carmen was going to get the money. Oh, I was scared for a while that I just might have to up and die to square my nephew's gambling debts.
I'm sorry, Chris. I'll work my fingers raw paying every cent I owe, but I'll pay him back with interest. I want you around.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah, Chris.
Lift the lid on that footlocker and fetch me one of them bags in there. They're pretty heavy, but you look strong.
Oh, they're sure heavy enough. You got them stuffed with silver?
It's better than silver. Open it up there. Yeah, that's it there. Yeah, recognize the dot?
Yeah. Maybe you'd better have a good sleep, Chris. This here's plain old gravel.
Oh, plain gravel. It's uranium, Doc, huh? The last batch assayed at $900 a ton. And I got a mountain of it staked out. In both our names, Ned. You
don't say why, Chris.
Mr. Dollar, if you and Jeannie check with the Barstow Bank, you'll find that they'll extend credit on the strength of that assay. You reckon you can spend 2 days buying enough presents so as we won't disappoint the folks hereabouts?
Expense account item 4, $68 even. Telephone calls to 5 principal cities where I thought Willie D'Agostino might be remembered. The police departments had a long list of reasons why they remembered Willie. That was my Christmas present to them. Expense account item 5, another $50. Truck rental to haul the presents we bought for Ned to give away come Christmas morning. And then it was Christmas Eve. We sat on the Kringles' porch and watched the procession up to the Maggie mine. The flickering lights from the miners' lamps reflecting on the faces of the happy children. Old Chris was bundled up in blankets, his little eyes twinkling, chuckling to himself like he knew all the answers to the universe. Jean was there, too.
Kind of nice. Isn't it, Johnny?
Kind of nice. Marshal Ed Noller was one of the wise men in the procession. I recognized the sideburns. And Doc Spangler couldn't hide his height. Oh, he wore an awful beard. Ned Kringle led the burro that carried the Blessed Mother. Yeah, you guessed it. The burro was Carmen Kringle. Expense account total, including return to Palm Springs and incidentals, $229.75. But forget it, Pat. This is the best holiday I ever had. And I was only cold at the start. From all of us to all of you, may this be your very merriest Christmas ever. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.